Before the lights of Carnival ignite and the bass of soca shakes the streets, there is a quieter rhythm in Trinidad and Tobago where Patrice Roberts' life truly begins. Here, surrounded by sunshine, music, and island spirit, Patrice isn't just a voice on stage. She's a woman shaped by culture, discipline, and deep Caribbean pride. Her days balance global stardom with island simplicity, power with grace, and fame with authenticity. But long before the crowns, the stages, and the roaring crowds, her story started somewhere far more personal. Patrice Roberts' story doesn't begin on a carnival stage. It begins much earlier. In the quiet fishing village of Patrice Roberts was born on April 11, 1986 in Toco, Sangre Grande, a place where the ocean breeze carries music as naturally as breath. Raised in a close-knit community rich with rhythm and tradition, Patrice grew up surrounded by calypso, soca, and the everyday sounds of Caribbean life. Music wasn't a dream she chased later, it was part of her childhood routine. At just 8 years old, she was already singing confidently and learning to play the tenor steel drum, standing out in school performances at Toco AC Primary and later Toco Composite Secondary. From those early years, it was clear she wasn't just talented, she was disciplined. While other children played, Patrice competed. At age 9, she stepped onto a big stage and won the Sangre Grande Junior Calypso Monarch, announcing herself as a serious young contender. What followed was a steady rise built on hard work, not hype. Year after year, she returned stronger, collecting titles and sharpening her voice. By the early 2000s, she was dominating junior competitions nationwide, winning multiple national junior Calypso Monarch titles and earning recognition for both vocal power and stage presence. Her teenage years marked a turning point. In 2003, Patrice released her debut album, Blossoming, a fitting title for an artist just beginning to unfold her potential. 2 years later, her voice reached a national audience with The Islands, a collaboration with her distant cousin Bungie Garlin. The song wasn't just a hit, it became a cultural moment used by the Ministry of Tourism to showcase Trinidad and Tobago to the world. Suddenly, Patrice wasn't only a young prodigy, she was a national voice. Then came Carnival. In 2006, her career shifted into a higher gear when she joined forces with Machel Montano. Their chemistry was electric. That same year, she co-owned Carnival with Band of the Year, earning the Road March title, the ultimate proof that a song truly ruled the streets. From that moment on, Patrice became a staple of Machel's band and a permanent presence in the biggest soca moments. The late 2000s and 2010s were about expansion. Songs like Light It Up and More Wook cemented her as both a groovy and power soca force. She released albums like Looking Hot, refined her image, and embraced a sound that blended soca's energy with touches of dancehall and R&B. Unlike many artists, Patrice didn't rely on one formula. She evolved, collaborating across genres, crossing borders, and staying relevant without losing her Caribbean core. In recent years, her catalog has grown richer and more global. Tracks like Criminal Wine, Ready, Splash, and Mind My Business showed a confident woman fully in control of her voice and brand. Collaborations with artists from reggae, dancehall, and Afrobeats expanded her reach, while projects like You Self reflected a mature artist comfortable in her own skin. Through every phase, one thing stayed constant. Patrice Roberts never stopped representing where she came from. Carnival after carnival, stage after stage, she carried the sound of Trinidad and Tobago with pride, not as nostalgia, but as living, breathing culture. And when the music fades and the crowds disappear, there's one place that keeps her grounded. Let's step inside Patrice Roberts' Trinidad and Tobago home, where the superstar becomes simply Patrice again. House in Trinidad and Tobago. This 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home doesn't try to impress with excess. It wins you over with balance. From the outside, tall palm trees frame both the front and backyards, setting a calm, unmistakably Caribbean tone. It feels private, grounded, and lived in, like a place meant for real mornings and quiet nights, not just headlines. Step inside and the layout opens up naturally. The home offers 3 living areas and 2 dining spaces, giving every moment its own rhythm. Wood-look tile floors run throughout, durable yet warm underfoot, while plantation-style shutters and wide windows pull daylight into every corner. The house breathes. Light moves freely from room to room, softening the space and keeping it bright even on slower afternoons. The secondary living area becomes the heartbeat of the home. It opens directly to the backyard and flows into the kitchen, breakfast nook and bar. No walls, no interruptions. This is where life happens. You can picture Patrice moving easily through the space, coffee in hand, Soca playing softly in the background as the morning begins. School bags get packed. Breakfast is prepared on the gas stove. Conversations drift between the kitchen and dining table while Lily gets ready for the day. Nothing feels rushed. Everything feels intentional. The primary bedroom is calm and personal, a retreat without being isolated. With private access to the backyard, a small seating area, and a clean, functional bathroom with dual sinks, it's a place to unwind after long nights on stage or international travel. You can imagine her ending the day here. Doors open, fresh air drifting in, the house finally still. Outside, the backyard truly defines the home. Designed as an extension of the interior, it feels like a private resort without losing its warmth. The pool sits at the center, surrounded by low-maintenance artificial turf and multiple seating areas. Some corners invite conversation. Others are clearly meant for solitude. A shaded patio offers space to sit back, reflect, or simply enjoy the quiet between performances. Even the garage reflects the same mindset. Epoxy floors, built-in storage, clean and organized. Practical, polished, and purposeful. This isn't a flashy show home. It's a space that supports balance between career and family, energy and rest, public life and private peace. And from this calm foundation, Patrice steps back into the world with confidence. Up next, let's look at how her music, performances, and global presence translate into income and long-term success. Income and net worth. Unlike pop stars backed by major labels with publicly reported finances, her earnings are rooted in the Caribbean music ecosystem, where success is real but rarely itemized on paper. As a result, there are no verified financial disclosures tied to her name. Most estimates place her net worth somewhere between $100,000 and $1 million, with several music analytics platforms suggesting that her annual earnings in recent years may fall in the $500,000 to $700,000 range. These figures are best understood as informed estimates, not official records. The backbone of Patrice's income is her long-standing soca career. Music releases remain an important pillar. From early albums like Blossoming and Looking Hot to a steady stream of singles and collaborations, she continues to earn from digital sales, streaming royalties, and performance rights. Platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube provide ongoing revenue, with her YouTube channel contributing a modest but consistent monthly income. It's not the core of her wealth, but it keeps her catalog alive and working year-round. Where Patrice truly shines financially is live performance. Carnival season is the heartbeat of soca, and she is one of its most in-demand voices. From Trinidad and Tobago to international stages in New York, London, Toronto, and across the Caribbean, live shows, festival bookings, and road performances form the largest share of her income. These appearances are high-energy, physically demanding, and deeply cultural, turning her voice and stage presence into her most valuable assets. Brand partnerships also play a key role. As a longtime ambassador for Digicel Trinidad and Tobago, Patrice has fronted major campaigns and concert series, aligning her image with empowerment, connectivity, and Caribbean pride. Combined with her strong social media following, these partnerships add stability and reach beyond music alone. But for Patrice, success has never been measured only by earnings. As her platform grows, so does her sense of responsibility, especially toward her community and culture. How Patrice Roberts gives back, and the causes she chooses to stand behind. Philanthropy. For her, philanthropy isn't always about large foundations or press-heavy donations. It's about showing up, especially when people need relief, joy, and a sense of togetherness the most. One of the clearest examples of this spirit is her decision to turn major concerts into free community events. During periods of economic strain in Trinidad and Tobago, Patrice chose to remove ticket prices entirely, transforming shows like I Am Woman and later Always Us, often described as a gift to the nation, into open celebrations. In those moments, Carnival was no longer something you paid for. It was something you belonged to. Families, young people, elders, everyone stood on equal ground, united by music, movement, and shared pride. For Patrice, this was her way of saying thank you to the fans who carried her voice for decades. Patrice has also shown public support for the Trinidad and Tobago Red Cross, recognizing the importance of disaster preparedness, emergency response, and long-term community care in a region vulnerable to floods, storms, and economic instability. Her alignment with such organizations reflects an understanding that resilience is built before crisis hits. Children, too, remain close to her heart. Through associations with Kind, Kids in Need of Direction, Patrice has highlighted the importance of education, mentorship, and emotional guidance for young people navigating difficult circumstances. She often speaks about music as a lifeline, and that belief naturally extends to helping children find structure, confidence, and direction early in life. In every act of giving, Patrice's approach remains the same: personal, grounded, and sincere. She doesn't position herself above the community. She stands inside it. And to truly understand why that connection matters so deeply, we have to look beyond the stage lights. Personal life. She is currently unmarried and has chosen not to publicly define her romantic life. After the sudden passing of her fiancé, fellow soca artist Ricardo Drew, in December 2023, Patrice made a conscious decision to step back from the noise. The loss was profound. It wasn't only the loss of a partner, it was the loss of a future she had imagined. In the weeks that followed, she canceled appearances, slowed her schedule, and focused on what mattered most: being present for their daughter, Lily. Motherhood now sits at the center of her world. Patrice often speaks, softly but honestly, about how Lily became her anchor during grief. She doesn't overshare, but when she does post, the emotion is unmistakable. Birthday messages, quiet backstage moments, and the rare sight of Lily joining her on stage reveal a bond built on resilience. Patrice once described her daughter as her heart walking outside her body, a simple line that says everything about how deeply motherhood has reshaped her priorities. Professionally, Patrice remains fully committed. Her days are still filled with rehearsals, studio sessions, travel, and the intense rhythm of carnival seasons. But she approaches work differently now. She plans carefully, travels with family when possible, and allows herself space to breathe. Balance, not burnout, has become the goal. As Patrice Roberts continues to move forward, her story reminds us that true strength is often quiet. It lives in healing, in motherhood, and in choosing purpose over pain. Thank you for spending this time with us, for listening, and for honoring her journey beyond the music. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Your support keeps these stories alive, and we're grateful you're here with us.